Hi, my name is Jackie and welcome to my channel about tea. Okay, it's empty because I'm doing something a little bit different today, and most of the time when I'm sipping tea and talking about it, I've actually already tried it before, but this time I'm sort of doing a first impressions video. So today I have an organic cacao tea from Tea Sparrow. I've never had organic cacao tea, so I have no idea what to expect. I mean, I kind of do because Caffeine and Kindness did a March Empties video, and she mentioned a cacao tea, and she mentioned I think maybe like in a comment to me that it tasted sort of like a watered down hot chocolate, so I kind of wanted to try that for myself. But anyway, this is what the packaging for the organic cacao says. In the West, we are only now discovering the antioxidant power and health benefits of cacao, the bean that all chocolate is made from. Cacao contains over 300 compounds such as proteins, fats, carbohydrates, fiber, iron, zinc, copper, calcium, and magnesium. Our organic herbal tea is made from the delicate fibrous shell around the cacao bean. So what you're saying is chocolate is a health food now. This is a moment that I've been waiting for. Normally when I get my tea in, I do something that you probably shouldn't do, which is like rip open all of the packaging and then just smell the tea, which I'm sure compromises, you know, the freshness and the flavor of the tea by the time I actually get around to drinking it. But I didn't open this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and open it and tell you what I smell. I mean, it smells like chocolate, but I don't want to tell you that it just smells like chocolate because that's boring. But it smells like chocolate, obviously. It smells kind of tangy, which I don't think I would have expected. And it smells kind of, I mean, as much as I love the smell of chocolate, I also think chocolate is kind of stinky. And I definitely smell that. I don't know why. I don't know why I think chocolate is stinky, but I do. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it, but it kind of stinks. Yeah, chocolate, kind of stinky, kind of tangy. You know, I don't know if this is true. I probably should have looked it up, but I read somewhere that like before chocolate becomes the chocolate that we know and love, like there's a fermentation process that's involved. And I wonder if that's why I smell stinky and tangy. Let's put that away. But yeah, I mean, chocolate, it obviously smells like chocolate. And there is a sweetness to it too, but I don't actually expect this to be sweet because this is like chocolate, pre-sugar, pre-processed. And so I feel like, I think it's probably gonna be kind of maybe earthy and bitter. So we'll see. I mean, the more that I smell it, the more appealing it becomes. It looks crazy to me. I mean, it looks sort of like how you would expect a cacao shell to look. But the fact that I'm gonna now turn this into tea is kind of crazy. So I'll show you. Hopefully I don't spill it all over my floor. Let's dump some of it out, in case I do. All right, so this is what it looks like. Exactly what you think a shell would look like. Let's get this. Can we get it into focus? Is it focusing? I don't know. I don't know how to do this. People do this all the time. I have no idea how to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and put a spoonful in. David's Tea Perfect spoonful. Even though I don't have like a David's Tea mug. I just kind of guess, I guess, how much water to put in. So, and I'm gonna pour some water over it and we're gonna let it steep. And I'm gonna tell you what I think of it. All right, so the ingredients Well, the ingredients in this is organic cacao bean shell. But it doesn't say the instructions is you steep 1 tablespoon per 10 to 12 ounces of boiling water for 5 minutes. And I think I basically doubled how much cacao tea I dumped in there. But that's okay, right? It's like I've never smelled chocolate before. I forgot to set a timer. I mean, it's kind of weird that I'm just munching on a cacao husk, right? Cacao bean husk. It's kind of bitter and kind of nutty. So I'm going to say that's probably what the tea's going to taste like, bitter and nutty. I don't really taste chocolate in this. It doesn't taste chocolatey to me, so we'll see how that turns out. Okay, so the cacao beans shell, the cacao husks. So when I first held them, when I first looked at them, they were like hard, obviously, because it's a shell. And now that they have soaked, now that they have steeped, they are soft and pliable. I don't really get the same kind of flavor from them that I did when they were dried. So I'm hoping that means it ended up in my tea. I think the color of this is a lot lighter than I had expected. It's sort of this amber color. Is that the color that I would describe this as? It's kind of like it seems more orange than like amber. I would not have expected this kind of color, and there is sediment at the bottom. So let's go ahead and give it a. Let's actually smell it first. It smells like really weak hot chocolate. Like really, it does smell like really watery hot chocolate. So. You don't want this, trust me. So it's pretty watery, and also really, I don't want to say bitter, it tastes sour to me. And maybe it tastes like hot chocolate, watery hot chocolate. Nah, bro, not for me. When I was reading this, like everything that I was reading online, like raved about this cocoa tea. And it's like, it can replace your daily coffee. It can replace your afternoon chocolate bar. Lies. Lies. This just tastes sad. And like I was thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, this is like the miracle tea. I wish this was around when I was pregnant with Oliver, because when I was pregnant with Oliver, there were 3 things that I craved, and they were all like normal things. It's not like it was like pickles and whatever. It was chocolate, milk, and orange juice. And the chocolate was so bad that like I just wanted to eat candy bar after candy bar. And I think like I've read somewhere like if you like when you have cravings, you're not actually like craving like chocolate, you're craving like a nutrient that's in chocolate, which is, what is it, magnesium. So I'm like reading this, I'm reading about this cacao tea, and it's saying like this is filled with magnesium. Yeah, magnesium. And I'm like, man, I wish this was around when I was pregnant. No, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can jazz it up a little bit, because everything else that I read was like, it tastes great with almond milk and cinnamon in it. So I'm gonna go jazz it up. Okay, Mr. Grumpy Pants is having a meltdown, so I'm gonna make this super duper quick. Ugh! Okay, so I put in this unsweetened vanilla almond milk and honey, and I didn't have cinnamon, so I just dumped in pumpkin pie spice, which is cinnamon and ginger and cloves and nutmeg and probably some other things. And let's now give this a taste. So I mean, it's a lot more palatable now because it doesn't taste like sad cocoa husk water. I mean, it tastes like what I put in it, really. It's sort of like a really watery autumn spice cocoa. No, not cocoa, because I don't really get any chocolate flavor. Like, I just taste, I don't know what I taste. Husk. Tastes like watery autumn flavored cocoa husk water. So I don't know. I'm not digging this. I'm gonna say this is not a tea trend that I will, you know, drink further. But I guess I'm glad that I tried it. I mean, it was kind of interesting, right? I mean, who drinks cocoa husks besides the Mayans? And look what happened to them. This is gonna be so hard to finish. Do I finish it or do I just throw it away? Maybe, okay, you know what? I feel like I'll try it again. I'll try it again because my MO is sort of like, if I don't like it the first time, then maybe I brewed it wrong and it deserves a second try, and I'll just do something different about it. I'll let you know how that goes. If it goes. Ever. Alright. I think that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'm curious, have you ever tried Cacao Husk Tea? And if you did, what did you think of it? If you have any pointers on how to make this taste delicious, because I still have some of the sample left, let me know how you prepared it in the comment box below. All right, bye. Mr. Oliver, he's learning how to crawl. And he's really attracted to my tripod for some reason. And so I keep pulling him back, and then he keeps dragging himself forward so that he can play with my tripod.